Hey guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's your girl Keisha K, psychic medium and intuitive tarot reader. And let us see what our spirit guides are encouraging us to be focused on, what messages they have for us for this week of February the 27th, carrying us into the energies of March. Hope you guys are doing well. All right. So this is our first card. We're going to keep pulling, and then we're going to get a whole message and see what it is that they have for us. If you guys are not following me on Instagram and TikTok, go ahead and take a look at BitCraftWorks. Okay. So first of all, the message that I'm getting from our spirit guides for us this week is that we are to be our own answer and solution, okay? When your spirit guides are coming through and saying, be the light, they're not saying, don't defend yourself. They're not saying, oh, it's love and it's light. Light is very powerful. Light can blind you. Light in the form of a laser can cut you open and extract those things that no longer serve you. Okay, so when they are saying be the light, they are encouraging you to find the solution and make the moves that need to be made in order for you to get to said solution or goal. Okay, be wise in your choices. Do not be naive and think that you can simply ignore the situations and they go away. For some of you, there's a specific situation that just popped into your head and you were like, you know, I thought I could just ignore that. I thought eventually it would go away. It's just like with credit. You can't ignore the bill. Sometimes you need to write the letter and let them know this doesn't belong in my account. Sometimes you need to make action and move. But your spirit guides are saying for this week, get to the solution. Get up, make the move, shine the light on it, pull these things out of the dark. There are some things that we have decided that we're just not going to deal with. We're not going to deal with addressing that person who keeps leaping over the boundaries we've set. We keep ignoring the fact that every time someone does a certain thing, it hurts us. We're ignoring the fact that maybe this isn't the journey for me because it's not bringing in the money that it needs to bring in. And maybe I need to reevaluate how I'm doing things. So you're being encouraged. We're both being encouraged to pull things out of the darkness and shine the light on it and then make the move to get the solution. We are about to be in the end of the first quarter of 2022. Whew, that went by fast, didn't it? We only have 31 days left. 31 days left. Maybe 34 in the first quarter. How are those goals looking? Are you any closer, any further? There's no shame in realizing, ooh, I haven't even touched that. But you'll never realize where you are on your progress chart if you don't check in. Shine the light on it. If it's not something that you're going to be able to tackle, knock it off your list and redo the list. There's nothing wrong with editing goals and moving the goalpost and changing things. Shine light on situations, boundaries, and people. And then once the light has shown you what it is, get up and make a move in order to attain a solution, okay? This is in line with being the light and shining on the situation. Once you've done that, and you've realized this needs to be fixed, this has got to be changed, then it's time to intentionally create the actual reality that you want. A lot of you have been waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. every day. And instead of getting up and saying, let me go sit at my altar quietly and listen to what Spirit has to say. Let me, get up and go meditate and see what messages. Let me get up and visualize how I want my week to be. Let me get up, light a candle, and set the intention that every bill I have is paid in full and on time. and feel and see and visualize that result. Quit ignoring the quiet time that you get to hear from Spirit, because they've been very specific with a certain group of you by waking you up at the same time every day before the day gets out of hand and the days are running away from you and it seems as if you're way behind. And it's because you've allowed life to live you and you have not done the intentional creation. Listen, you do not need a candle, a herb, or any of that. Does it help? Heck yes. But in order to powerfully, intentionally create, you simply need quiet, your thoughts, and an active imagination. Get into those visualizations. Feel it. Laugh. Cry. I pause because it's like you're afraid to pretend when the pretending is what pulls in the reality. Your brain and subconscious do not know the difference between you pretending and something really happening. That is why if you watch a horror film, you get scared. You're not in any danger on your couch in the suburbs, in the city, having popcorn with some Coca-Cola. You ain't in danger, but you feel like it. You're jumping and everything because your mind has been immersed in those feelings, emotions, and energies. So why not do the same thing for what you want? Sit your brain and mind and thoughts and feelings into, oh my God, my rent is paid for the entire year. My mortgage is paid for the entire year. I just got the car that I wanted for half of what it's worth. Because, holy crap. And don't worry about the details of how it happened. Just feel it and know it. This week, we are focused on intentionally creating after we've shined the light on what must be cut out. And in order to successfully do this, you got to be clear. You got to be crystal clear. Why haven't you been able to intentionally create? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of fame? Are you afraid? And see, that sounds crazy because people are like, why would anybody be afraid of fame? Because fame puts you on Front Street. Fame exposes you to people's opinions. Fame makes you liable for what you say and how you're living. Track down your fears. What's in the deepest part of you that has you afraid of that one manifestation? So on the outside, you're like, oh, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. But you're really scared of, ooh, well, once I get that money, mama's going to want a house. And am I really going to know how to manage it? Am I going to be one of those people who had it and now broke? What's the fear behind the intention that you are trying to create? Track down that fear that is blocking the current desire and be honest with yourself. Be very honest with yourself, because 99.9% of the time, it's not someone hexing you, it's not someone blocking you, it's not your roads are closed. It's fear. It's false evidence appearing real. How can you be afraid of something that you haven't even received? Because of subconscious programming around that thing. Case in point, there was a young lady who had a strong desire to have a certain amount of money. She didn't want to be a millionaire, but she just wanted to be comfortable, okay? Wanted to make high six figures. And I was like, what's the problem? What's the problem? We worked through this and we worked through this. And in the end, the fear that she had was that if she attained that type of money, it would make her a horrible person. because of her subconscious programming brought in through her childhood, how she was raised. They always talked about wealthy people. Ooh, child, you know them people be doing all sorts of evil. And that money just ain't no good. And all money ain't good money. Yes, it is. All money is good money. Now, what people decide to do with it once they get it isn't all good. But yes, honey, all money is good money. All money spends. All money satisfies debts. All money buys plane tickets to Bora Bora. Track down that fear. Once she tracked that down and realized that, and then took the time to do the appropriate meditations that were pinpointed at that specific fear, she slowly noticed things were starting to change. Changing that now she feels worthy to apply for that higher paying job. Now she feels worthy to make this kind of money because she realizes this money does not determine her worth or her morals or who she is or how much of a good person she is. And this is why it's important for you to track down the fear that is associated with the desire. Because once you track down the fear, you can start attacking that problem. You can start shining the light on it with laser point focus and burn it away so that you can intentionally create what you actually want. Now she knows it's a feeling of unworthiness. It's a feeling of judgment. So now I need meditations for unworthiness, for fear, for judgment. These are the types of things I need to be working on. And then you start working on putting that away, and then it makes way for the power in you intentionally creating. So let's get to it this week. Let's conquer this week. Let's not let the week have us. Let's not let this year distract us. The messages come over and over again. We have moved into a time frame where people will be living two different realities. On one, it will be destruction and depression and sadness and poverty. And on the other side, joy, peace, and all good things. Choose whom you will serve. Will you serve the matrix, or will you serve your own desires? Choose which vortex you will be contributing to. There are a lot of things going on in the news, across the globe, in our neighborhoods and cities. Choose where you will feed. You can be aware, but not feed. Do not allow yourself to be consumed by the happenings. Okay? Be aware, but consume positivity. Consume your abundance and prosperity and protection and peace and joy. That's where you feed. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Feel free to visit bitcraftbotanica.com for your personal readings. We also have a class on March the 5th on teaching you how to access your own Akashic records so that you can learn how your soul was meant to function this lifetime, where you have lived in past lifetimes, and getting to know the keepers of that realm. Okay? That is also available at bitcraftbotanica.com, and it is also available at the link in my bio on Instagram at bitcraftworks. You guys have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon.